Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. And she's
31st New Year's Eve, and I ain't got shit to do but talk to y'all. You know why? Because everybody going to work and I'm just here by myself. And I do apologize for not doing a video on Sunday for my few fans that that's funny, for my faithful few who show up and be expecting this shit. So I'm sorry. I just had things going on and I had a lot of stuff to do, and I just figured, you know, since I'm not going to do my video on Sunday, I'm going to do this video today on, so we can end on in 2018 with this video. And I'm also going to do my review on The Real Side Chicks of Charlotte. For those of you who watch it, I don't know who's new and who's in my channel. And I'm going to end it with what I like to see left behind in 2018. There's some shit that should just not roll over to do that 2019. Just hoping. So I'm going to do a little short video on that. Hopefully I can get all three of them done and edited tonight. But this one will definitely be edited because Robin is waiting for this next story. So anyway, this is a Crystal Addiction. If you're new to my channel, I'm Crystal. I upload every Sunday. Most of the time, you guys know my ass is consistent. I be loading shit, so I do what I'm supposed to do for those of you who watch. So anyway, I've changed my name from Crystal Phillip to crystalphillip.52, which goes along with my Instagram, which is crystalphillip.52. I just wanted to make them all cohesive, be easier to find me if anybody is looking for a sister, you know, because ain't nobody really looking for me, but that's okay, because I said 1 or 2, 3 gathered, we good. We'll be like the Jesus. 1 or 2 gathered, we good. We got this. So I hope you guys got your little champagne, something going on for New Year's Eve. So, am I forgetting to tell you guys anything before we get into this next story? So if you are new to my channel and you're following me for the first time, and this is your first time clicking on, I'm doing videos on my personal life of things that happened to me in the past, and they're set up as stories from when it started to, you know, where we're at right now. So if you want to catch up and so it can make sense to you and you're new to this channel, please go watch my other videos. Only if you give a shit. Only if you give a shit. So that's the type of video. So I also do little hair videos. I do little fun videos with the little mini vows. Too much liquor. With the mini voicemails. So I do those too. I'm just doing whatever I feel like doing when I feel like doing it. It is a hobby, so I'm just putting my hands in just a little bit of everything because for me it's fun, and one day I'll be able to catch you up on my current life. I don't want to get into it right now because there's an ongoing case right now, but it just takes me outside of everything. So I just really like doing this as a hobby, and like I said, as a healing thing for me, because I never talked about my past. Most of my family members, they don't know anything about what I went through, what I had to deal with, and what I survived through, okay? Because I've survived. It's what I survived through, because I'm here talking to you 2018 New Year's Eve. So apparently shit worked out for me after all that drunk and crazy shit. So now let's get into the story. So we are, if you've been following me, you know where I left off. My mother came and got me. We moved to LA. Me and Jared, the side dude, because, you know, if you've been following me, I was married to my ex-husband, Jeffro, was in the military. So anyway, and if you need to catch up, go watch that story. I ain't going to do a whole little segment on what I talked about last Sunday. Just not going to do all that. Go watch it if you give a shit. Anyway, so we moved to LA. And when we're there, we're living with my mom, my stepfather, who was from Australia, and my little brother. My little brother, I want to say I think he was about 5 or 6. I think he was age. He was just a little annoying little brother, but he was the sweetest little thing. And my mom and Jared. So we moved to LA, and my mother, like I said, she got me into these outpatient clinics, you know, so I'd go there. I think I was 3 or 4 times a week, and we would take her car and go. It was when she got off work, and we go to the clinic. Okay, where I would do my meetings and do this. It was outpatient, so it was an outpatient place where it was like meetings and groups and stuff like that. So that's what she had me in. And for, like I said in my last video, for a minute there, we were doing okay with that. So then one day, it just changed. I wanted to use. So I told Jared, I said, look, let's just go over in like the Hoover part of LA. That's on what I can think of, like Hoover part of LA. I'm like, and when we start seeing writing and graffiti on the wall and seeing some people hanging out, we know they selling drugs. I'm like, so it would be easy because we didn't know where to buy drugs. Like, I've never bought drugs in LA, never did anything like that. And compared to San Diego, LA is a lot more dangerous in my opinion, but I don't know, nothing ever happened to me. So here we are, we're driving, and I'm starting to see writing on the wall, and I'm starting to see some little essays just hanging out, and I'm just kind of scoping out, seeing like, okay, are people walking up to them, what they doing? Most of the time essays sell heroin and coke, so that's what I was looking for. So finds one, saw this little dude, and apparently he was holding, so we got some. But now it's like, okay, I don't have works, which is needles, so now we have to try to find needles. So dude hooked us up with everything. So this was somebody that now we knew that we can come to because we knew where he hung out. So at this time, my mother, she don't know that we in the bedroom shooting dope and getting high. She like has no idea what we're doing. And it got to the point where Jared's little simple ass, we started shooting more like cocaine instead of heroin. For some reason, I just really got addicted to the speed part of it. So I started shooting cocaine, and I was still going to these outpatient places, but I wouldn't go there high. That would be our time to take the car and then go get some shit, right? So, but then at some point, we started not going, but my mother didn't know we weren't going, so we would just go get shit and just do whatever. I just stopped doing the whole freaking thing. So anyway, we would just, because we were in my little brother's room, and my little brother was staying in my mom's room too. We moved and got a house, right? So here we are, we're just sitting in that room, and I remember us being in there and just getting high and being paranoid and sweating and just like, it was ridiculous, dog. It was dog. Did I just say dog? It was ridiculous. It was just really, really ridiculous. So anyway, something happened with my mom, because I ain't gonna tell nobody else's story. Happened between my mom and my stepfather, where they end up separating. That bothered me for many reasons that, like I said, I'm not gonna bring up because it's not my story to tell. So that bothered me, So I started acting out, like a child. I just started acting out, like I said, for other reasons that I really can't say. So anyway, one day Jared had went to work, but Jared didn't come home. So I'm like, where the hell is Jared? There were no cell phones back then, so it wasn't like I can just call and find out like where this person was, okay? So then he finally comes home the next day. My mom's at work. There's nobody at the house. He was at, I think there's this place called like La Brea something. They got little trashy ass hotels or something over there. He had been, so this is what he tells me, that he had met some people, bought some crack, and was smoking crack all night. I lit into his ass. We had gotten to a fight. Like, I was hitting him. Like I said, I turned into like a real asshole, and I was a total abuser. So I just started beating his ass. I was pissed off, right? So let me tell you what my punk is. Let me tell you, I'm POP, petty on purpose, all day long. If you piss me off, I will find a way to mess you over. So I was really hot about that. So it was like a couple of days I wasn't talking to him. I was just pissed off at him. So I had called one of my other side dudes. He ain't really came into the story yet. I haven't put him in there yet, but we're gonna call him Jimbo. We're gonna call him Jimbo. Older white dude. He was my father's age, in his 40s. Another side dude. But anyway, I called him and I I made up a really bogus story. Like, to this day, I really can't remember what the story was. I think I told him that I had caught Jared in bed with another person. So, what did I call him? See, I can't even remember. Let's go back. Look, I think I said Jim Bob, but I'm not. That's what his name gonna be right now. So I called Jim Bob and I gave him this little lie. So he drove all the way up to Los Angeles. Jared was at work. My mom was at work. Everybody was at work. My little brother was at school. Packed all my shit. And I left and I brought my ass back to San Diego, right? And then at that time, my husband was coming back from being overseas. So Jim Bob got me this cool ass hotel in downtown area. Like, he didn't stay with me or anything. Like, he was really a person, like, he liked me way too much, but he was an enabler, but he was always helping me, you know. So anyway, got a place so that when Jeffro came home from out to sea, we'd have a place, right? So ended up moving, didn't tell my mom shit. Like, really, I can't even tell you how she felt about what I did. I don't even think I called and told her. Like, I don't even remember what I told her, because I had got back into my addiction with this cocaine and in this, like, I just totally fell back into my addiction being up there. But that shit that Jared did pissed me off. I'm like, okay, he's using too much. I don't want to be dealing with somebody that do drugs. So that was literally my last relationship with someone who did drugs. It's like, this can't work out. There's only room for one addict. Like, and that was me. There was only room for me. Look at my face. There was only room for me. So if you can't provide anymore, at that time I had that mindset, if you can't provide anymore, there is really no sense in me being with you. Plus, you want to stay all night and smoke crack, you little crackhead. Like, this is not the person I met. You used to be able to do crack and hold a job and do everything, and you was faithful. What happened? I guess it was the crack, right? That free shit. Anyway, so that's how that relationship ended. Never talked to Jared again. Didn't contact. I just moved back to San Diego and started being a wife again. Just doing dumb shit. So I was sitting there tripping, because I'm like, oh man, I didn't think I had any money. For some reason, I had missed some money that was in our military bank, the Navy Federal or something. It was on the base, the bank there. And so I didn't think I had money, so we went there one day. We went there the next day, because my ex-husband Jeffro had came home, and there was like $600, just $600 just there. So you know what I did. You know, I was like the biggest dolphin. Jim Bob was paying for a place for us to stay. It was us, you know, shoot. He was married, I was married, so I liked it that way, because there was no connection. Like, you cheating, I just did not need. I liked dealing back then. I was, like I said, I was an asshole, and I'm not proud of anything that I'm telling you. I dealt with married men. I was married. You had something that I needed, and I had something that you needed. Let's just say that, and just keep it fucking real, you know. And that's what it was always all about, period. I was an addict, and I was insane, and just like, I had left, like, when I was up there with my mom, I did use the car. My mom would let me see the kids, come down and see the kids. I think I would come down and drive down every weekend and come visit my kids. So she would let me do that. So I didn't just like leave from San Diego and come back here and not visit my kids. That was like the important part, like going back and visiting my kids. But when I came back, everything had changed, you know, everything had changed. My grandmother had ended up getting sick with diabetes, and my third son, who was living with her, ended up having to go live with the donor's family, which was they treated him like shit, and he remembers that shit. They treated him like he was different, like he didn't belong. So he just really had a tough time phasing into that. And here my dumb ass is out there is just still doing like the dumbest shit ever. Just doing the dumbest shit ever, because what ended up happening, I don't know what happened, like I really can't be clear of what really happened, how the kids went from the donor's grandmother to the donor's father. Like, I don't know, because I was in my own shit, y'all, but I can tell you stories after that. So here it is. My 4 boys are now with the donor's grandfather. Like, at the end of the day, the grandmother was better than his punk ass. At the end of the day, the grandmother, the 2 devils, but whatever. So we're gonna end with this story, so I can try to, I don't want to just keep talking and not know where I'm going, because after this story and I go back and I replay, it's weird when I start editing and I start listening, things start to form in my mind on what happened next, because I have to go back and replay. So it helps me literally to remember where I should go next with the story and how accurate it's going to be, and if the timeline fits, because I want shit to be I wanted to be right. So anyway, and it is 15 minutes. I didn't give you guys 20 minutes, but I have 2 more videos that I'll knock out. All I'm gonna say, you guys, have a happy new year. Be safe. And if your drunk ass is driving, please don't. Please use an Uber. Do an Uber. Please do an Uber. Don't be an asshole. Enjoy this year and love everybody. And I will see you with my next video. So please, after you watch this shit, just go check out my other shit, okay? Just go check out my other shit. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for being faithful. And I will hit you up with my next video. Like I say, I don't know what I'm going to name the next video, because I have to remember where we're going and what happened after that and where I ended up, because I ended up in a lot of freaking places, people. Y'all, did I get through this video without saying the F word? Oh my God. I got through the video without saying the F word. I want to say it now, but maybe I'll save it for my other videos. Anyway, peace. Love you.